In this video, Steel Brainrot, I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how you can rebirth multiple times to get the best of the best, the Brainrot, God, pets, and all of that. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So when you join a game, there'll be, 1, 2, 3, there'll be 8 players total. Now, one of the first pointers I'm going to give you is positioning. Positioning is key. And there's a couple points I want to make. So if you spawn like right down here in one of the corners, let's say you're trying to get some good pets. Maybe you're trying to get a mythic. Maybe you're first, second, that kind of thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got a secret. Oh my gosh. A secret. My first secret. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, anyway, you can always join a private server and, get one of these and you'll be freaking buco rich. Maybe I'll do a video where I give it to one of you guys after I, because I don't really need that one. But that's cool. Anyway, so positioning is key. So if you're in a public match and you're trying to steal stuff, if you're over in this corner right here, and then you go all the way over here, and someone has the good stuff all the way over on this side, or they all have it already on this side, you basically don't want to waste your time, and most of the time you want to join a new match. Because if you have to travel all the way to this side and then grab a pet and take it all the way back to your side, you're just wasting your time. Someone's going to hit you most likely. You can't use speed runs and such. If you have that holding that pet and you're stealing it, someone's going to hit you most likely. It doesn't even have to be the person that you stole it from. It can be other people as well. So you just don't want to do it. So basically you want to join matches and you want to be close. You don't have to necessarily be like neck to neck, but if they're like here to like there, or here to like there, or they're like kind of like a triangle, either there, or straight ahead. I know it's not really a triangle, but you get the point. If I could draw like a line here, be like boom, there, or straight ahead, or next to you. Those are your options. Now, another thing to keep in mind is when you're joining lobbies and such, and you're trying to steal from people, your best bet is to either be on this side, or this one, or on this side, or on that side. You might be wondering why. Well, you want to look at where the direction of the conveyor belt's going, because people are trying to get good pets. You can get good pets. I just got a secret. You guys saw it. I just got a secret from the conveyor belt. I didn't steal. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. But if all the pets are spawning on this side, and there's some good pets, most people are going to like migrate to this section to try to get those good pets, especially when a secret or a Brainrot God pops up. So you want to be there at the right spot. And if you're on this side, that means there's a less likely chance that people are going to be near you trying to get pets, because they're going to be down there trying to get the good pets before anyone else does. So they need to be the first in line. So with that being said, if you have someone like right here that has some good pets, and maybe you're right here, and then but the conveyor belt's on this side, they're going to go down there, and you might have a higher chance of getting their pet, and then you don't have a large distance to traverse. So that is where I like to, basically statistics, probability, that kind of thing. You want to hedge your bets, make it as high as possible. You don't want to join a match where you have to go from one corner to one corner. The chance of you stealing something is very low. So that leads me into my next one right here. And those items. Now, some of these items you might not have, and that's fine. I've done it without the items. You can too. Like I said, if you position yourself correctly, it will help. But let's say you have some items, you want to go through them, like like this one, speed coil, zoom around the map with additional speed, traps, gravity coil, you can jump up higher. Now the one that you really want is grappling hook, can help, but is invisibility cloak. Invisibility cloak is hands down one of the best weapons, because not only does it turn you invisible, you click it, there's no timer on it, and you go at a faster speed. So if I'm like this, and then I just click it, boom, look how much faster I go. It gives you stealth and speed. So like in case sometimes you might forget to lock your base, you can just go super quick, boom, just like that. Maybe you can wait in here and see if anyone's trying to sneak up in it, and then you can be like, yo, what's up? And then they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go away now. You can scare people away. But a lot of times I like to run, and I like to look, because what a lot of people do is they'll be like not invisible, and they'll just stand right in front of the gate, and then the person's just obviously going to lock it again. But if you're invisible and you stand there, they're not going to know you're there. So when that time comes up, they're going to think, maybe maybe no one's here. And they're going to go on, and then you boom, you steal it, especially if they're trying to steal someone else's pet, and then you get a nice little free pet. So that is definitely another trick, is and getting some of those early items and really capitalizing off them will help you a lot. But even if you're, let's say, 0 rebirths, if you do the positioning trick and you're near someone really close, you have a good shot of doing it. You just have to be strategic with it. Now I have 2 things you want to avoid here. 2 things, and it's happened to me, so I'm going to be honest and vulnerable with you guys because it's been traumatic for me playing this game. Is when you steal from someone, especially a good item, there is a high chance you want to leave right away. Leave right away. Don't even risk it. I remember one time I stole a Brainrot god from someone, and then they were able to, and I didn't leave. And then someone else, that same person stole it back from me, and I was angry at myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Don't want to get like angry, which I was probably already angry, but didn't want to get more angry. So when you steal something really good, even let's say you're 0 rebirths and it's your first time getting a mythic, leave the game, because when you join a new game, most of the time you're not going to be like, not everyone's going to be, you're not going to have that one person trying to hunt you down. Now there'll be people that'll be like looking at your stuff to see if they can steal it, but you don't want, someone headhunting after you. If they're headhunting you, they're going to try their hardest to steal your stuff, and you don't want that. You don't want people who are casually trying to steal from you on top of having someone who's headhunting after you, if that makes sense. You really want to make sure it's like, if you get something good and they know that you did it, you leave the game. And this leads into my next thing that you want to avoid. If you have 2 people teaming together, 2 people teaming together, leave the game. Automatically leave the game. Because I've had it to where I've like joined the game, my timer will go out, and they'll like, one will use stuff to like stone me and such, and then the other one will take an item and leave. Just go. Just go. If you see 2 people teaming up, get the heck out of Dodge, especially if you have a good item. You would hate to have like that secret right there, and then like someone just freaking, jacks it. That's why like right now when I'm recording this video, I am not playing into a public match until I rebirth, because like if we come over here and go to rebirth, I have what I need. All I need is money. Oh my gosh. Here it is, 2 billion. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's wild. 750k is second. Times it by 7. Dear goodness. I'll be able to rebirth here soon, so I need to give someone that as a free pet. But anyway. Yeah. So if you get a good pet, someone's heading on to you, leave. If you see double teamers, get the heck out of here. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is if you have Robux, so this could be relevant to you. If you go over to their gate, you can't unlock it. I've done it a couple times. Sometimes you fail and they relock it, but sometimes I've unlocked things and I've gotten some really good stuff. I steal it and I do it. So always keep that in mind. If you have Robux floating around and maybe you really want a good pet, you're taking a slight gamble, but it could pay off. So just keep that in mind here. And then let me see if I have any more tips and tricks for you. Oh yeah, my next tip here is something that when you first join and you don't realize it, your gate will be locked. But it'll only be for like, I think mine's like 25 to 35 seconds when you first initially join. Sometimes if you get like too like in the mindset, like too locked in, what can happen is you can join the game, it has a 25-second hold, and you can be like, you start looking around, like, oh, you're checking their base out. You're checking their base out. You come over here, like, oh. And then you forget to lock your base again, because it's only 25 seconds, and then someone jacks your stuff. So you basically want to make sure, I like to stay around in the beginning, because 1, you want to get this relocked to get your full, mine's like 130 seconds. And 2, it kind of gives you an idea if you see double teamers coming after you. It kind of gives you that buffer where like, okay, I have time to leave, because even if they're in your vicinity, as long as they don't click, like as long as they don't have the pet in their hand, you can leave the game and they won't get your pet. So that's another trick there. If they're even in your vicinity, as long as they don't have a pet in their hand that they're trying to steal from you, you can leave the game, go to a new match, and you'll keep your pet. So just keep that in mind. I've done it a couple times. I don't want someone to steal my super rare stuff, and if they're being like really annoying, I'll just leave. Another thing you can do, if you really want to annoy people, get people off your back, buy a boogie bomb. Just buy a boogie bomb, just throw one down. It can annoy people. I do it to troll people especially. if they're being annoying to me. So if you want people to like kind of get off your back and are like freaking drooling at your base, you just throw a little boogie bomb and just keep throwing it and then annoy the crap out of them, and eventually they'll leave. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks. Again, if you're Rebirth 0, just keep joining games until you see pets that are near you, and just wait. Don't stand here like a freaking dingbat, like running for another thing and be like, oh, I'm going to steal something. Like, kind of check. Okay, maybe they have 30 seconds. Act like you're going around here. Act like you're kind of like, being like right here looking. And then, scope where they're at. If they're going down that way, okay. I come over here, hold it, and then by the time they get to me, I'm just like right here, boom. It's definitely possible. I've done it. I've stolen multiple times. So just gonna give you guys that recommendation. You can do it, and good luck to everybody. I will maybe do a video here where I freaking give this pet to someone, because dear goodness, that's insane. Look how much I'm gathering right there.